you on a cup and the straw is the thing that's holding you. Hang on, let me see if I can, if I move myself up on my chair, I might fill the screen better. Wait a second. Oh, there we go. Oh, here I am, all the way up here. All the way up here. I'm just getting ready to film some stuff, and I thought I would do a little live chit chat. I realized as I was about to get ready, I looked at my, let me move this out of the way. I looked in the mirror and was like, oh, your poor skin, you have not been kind to it. Ooh, this is about to be empty. This is very almost about to be empty. Hi Luke, train boy. That is quite a name. I don't recognize your handle. Technically, I'm a train girl. How are you a train boy? Oh, you're wearing your jumper. I love it. I am obsessed with these. They wash really well as well. If you had the first ones that I made, for those of you wondering what we're talking about, I designed this jumper. I designed some in like beige and pinks a couple of years ago. Hi, Barbara. And I decided recently that pink and orange were really my colour. And I was like, oh, I'm going to make the Just Tired sweatshirt in pink and orange. And I haven't sold those sweatshirts for a while, more than a year. And I did that, and I did a black one with white writing. Hi, Sarah. That says never knowingly undercaffeinated. And I don't think it's in my bio. But if you search Shop Michaela on Etsy, they're on there. If you are interested, I love it. I'm really sorry. I know, I'm really sorry. There was actually one person that I'm going to town with the eye cream. I'm just using up the last of it because I really feel like I need it. Hello, Emma. I really feel like I need the eye cream today. I already did an eye patch as soon as I woke up. I already did the eye patches because, I don't know. It's this change in weather. It's really screwed with my skin. It's not having a good time at all. And I'm like weirdly breaking out. Who gets a breakout here? Someone who's not taking care of their skin. That's who. That is who. I actually just did a Twitch live stream of Animal Crossing. Honestly, who do I think I am? A 13-year-old? Yes. But that was really fun. And it kind of woke me up a little bit because I was feeling a little bit this morning. And I thought I'll go and do a little live stream for my gaming channel. And after I finished that, I thought, right, I'm awake now. I'll put on some makeup and film some more stuff. And again, in order to feel all the more awake, I'm enlisting your help. Because being an extrovert is kind of, I don't know if you guys have seen Agatha. Flipping love it. But I don't know if you guys have seen it. Agatha Harkness, her power, she hasn't got power of her own. It was like stricken from her. But she can take power from other people when they give it. And so I kind of feel like I'm a bit of an energy vampire. Also for Only Murders in the Building fans, do you remember? Ooh, the orange teddy coat got a dupe £15 and it goes great with the black jumper. Listen. Stop trying to make me buy things. You know I'm good at not buying things. Truly, I am still very much on my no buy. And I was going to say somebody, and then I got distracted clearly. Somebody did say to me, they really wanted one of the sweatshirts that I was selling on Etsy. And what was the link to the sweatshirt? And I was like, no, you don't need it. You don't need it. And I'll tell you that right now. You don't need this. It's a thing that I made for myself. And in case people said, oh, where did you get this from? I put it on Etsy. But absolutely 100%, you do not need this. Do not feel that you need to spend money that you don't need to spend, because you don't. You don't. However, if you do feel that you need it, it is on Etsy. It's such a weird kind of in-between feeling as an influencer, especially someone who has had trouble with spending and debt in the past. And to be fair, my spending is still, it's one of those, like, you know, like once you've got a problem, you're always in recovery. That's me and spending money that I don't have. At any given time, I'm like, whoa, I'm on a bit of a roller coaster. At the moment, I've had to pull it way back because I'm way overspending. And so I although part of the gig is effectively selling things, I also feel really strongly that I don't want to be responsible rather for somebody else getting themselves in a bad situation and spending money that they don't have. That's a really difficult line to tread. And so never feel that anything I have that I'm talking about is like, oh, I need it. You don't. If you ever feel like you're kind of on that line, message me and I will tell you you don't need the thing. Because it's one thing to say, this is really great. And if you are genuinely looking for something like this, then this is a really good version of it. But if you've literally just heard of this, you never even knew you might need it, and you've now been convinced that you think you might need it, you don't. You don't. If you didn't even know you were missing it in your life, you weren't. It's a good rule of thumb. So tired and can't get it shifted. Oh my goodness. Aren't we all, truly? Aren't we all? I think just adult life is just being tired all the time. I think that's the situation. The whole thing is just, we never feel rested ever again. I don't know an adult who's like, do you know what? I feel great. Although Lee, weirdly, I actually don't know whether or not I should do the nude because I'm wearing pink. Maybe I should wear pink lipstick. Shall I go all out bright? I'm going to need to go back down again, I'm afraid, because I can't open the drawer. Should I have a fabulous lipstick that you absolutely don't need and may no longer exist, actually, from NARS, which you could do. She's like somewhere between a pink and a red, which would be good for this sweatshirt because this is kind of somewhere. Pinks, oranges, reds, all the same colour family, aren't they? I might do that. And then I've also got this lip liner that could work with that. It could. Right, what's everyone doing? It's Monday. How are we all starting our week? I made my first batch of Christmas candles over the weekend. This evening / this afternoon, I'm going to be labeling those. Tomorrow, I start the Christmas photography, which I've been putting off. I'm excited about it, but it's just that initial getting started that I have trouble with. Always. Job searching after redundancy. Do you know what? I'm so sorry. I know so many people who are in that exact same position right now. It is rough out there. And all the more reason to not be spending money on things that you don't need. All the more reason to not be influenced into buying things that you didn't know you needed before you watched the thing. Like, it's about to be Christmas. Also, this is still there's still a good time to tell people you don't want to exchange gifts. We talk about this every year. There's still time to do that. If it's going to be too expensive for you, there's still time. A good peachy lipstick. Ooh. So many. I don't love the texture of this, but I did use it yesterday and I liked it more. This was quite nice. This is from Kylie Cosmetics. It's the Tinted Butter Balm. Initially, I used it and I didn't love it. It's very sticky, but I put it on quite thick. And I used it yesterday over the top of a lip liner and just did like the amount that you would use a lip balm, you know, like once around. And I quite liked it. I do still need to put aside the time to do the lip declutter, but I think it's just going to have to be multiple videos because it's so overwhelming to me to do one big video of that. I'm going to have to separate it out. You were feeling super tired all the time and it turned out you had a really bad cold. It's weird because I think a lot of us feel so rubbish all the time that you don't even notice when you're not well. Do you and Ella exchange gifts now she's an adult? That's a great question. we still do Father Christmas in this house, and this will be the first year where we decide what we do about that with Ella. Ella was obviously 18 last year, but come to a point where you want things that aren't necessarily, they're not conducive with the Santa thing. But while you're still a believer household, there are certain traditions that need to be kept to keep that alive. If you see what I'm saying. And so, yes, for now. That said, I'll always exchange gifts with the kids. That's a different situation. Although we say exchange, I would give gifts. I wouldn't expect gifts back. I just don't exchange gifts with other actual adults. Like, when you've got kids that are like 19, you know they're not adults. I wouldn't be like, right, you're 18 now, no more presents for you. That would be mean. It's more of a, like, I wouldn't want her to feel that she had the, not responsibility, but like the burden of gift giving. Because I know that she does that with other extended family, and it can get so expensive. So yes, I think I'll always do presents for my kids, but it's the forced exchange that I don't like, and I will be very clear about that as they kind of grow out and go into the world, grow up and go out into the world even. They can always expect presents from mum and dad, but I don't want them ever to be like, oh, I've got to budget to buy my mum a Christmas present. No, that's crazy. Live your lives. If throughout the year you see something that makes you think like, oh, mum would really like this, or dad would really like this, or I'd like to get this for my best friend or whatever, I think that's great. But I just don't like the thing of we all go into incredible debt over Christmas, something that should be fun, you know? I don't like it. Last year, Father Christmas got Ella a Switch. This year, I don't know what she wants. But she is saving for a car. So that is something that I think she could be with her dad on Christmas morning this year. And so the magic could be that Santa has brought her gifts to her dad's house. And that's why there's not a huge pile here, if it's money that Santa decides to bring her. But I did speak to Milo about this last year, and I'd said, like, I quite like the idea of an adult Christmas one time where you actually get to buy all the presents and put them under the tree. And Milo was like, I never want that. I want always for Father Christmas to come. And I was like, okay, noted. Like, so this is permanent. I've never, like, I've had 2 non-Father Christmas years my entire life. Oh, Barbara, I'll bet you are so fed up feeling so tired all the time, especially if you are poorly. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Also, my makeup has become so quick. Like, if I did a get ready with me, it would have been so much longer. This is my makeup now. I do, recently, this is literally the base that I've been using. And I think, although I would pull this out for summertime, the Lumen Fresh Skin Tint has become my staple as the weather has got colder, because it's basically a skincare forward brand. And so it's kind of more like a tinted moisturizer. I'm not particularly oily in the autumn winter time, and so I don't need to really set it. I put a little bit kind of here under my eyes and a little tiny bit of pressed, it's like blotting powder here and there, but I could really go without. And I probably wouldn't do any powder at all if I wasn't going to be filming myself. It's more like the reflections, and I don't think that they're particularly attractive. Sometimes I'll like way over powder to film myself because I don't like you can kind of, there's certain angles where the shadows and stuff make you look not great, and if you knock all of the reflection stuff out, it just blurs everything. In real life doesn't look that great, but on camera looks better. But yeah, this has been this is just my base pretty much all the time, nothing else. And then mascara over curled lashes. I also use this just a little bit over my brows just to knock out that weird pinkish tone that my microblading has left behind. So I've still got the shape of the microblading, which I love, but I don't so much have that like pinkish tone. Blush, which I go between two. I really like the Bye Bye Pores blush in Je ne sais quoi from It Cosmetics, and of course the NARS Sex Appeal. They're really similar. I would say that the It Cosmetics one is a little bit peachier, and the NARS is more pink and paler maybe. Very similar though, and very, this has got a bit more pigment to it. Kind of matte, soft pink. And then I do whatever lip / no lip at all. I've just been doing like a tinted lip balm, you know, like a Nivea or whatever. I also really like the Fenty Beauty tinted balm because it's like somewhere between a balm and a lip gloss, and it still feels like I'm putting on a lip. But with wearing such a bright jumper, I really felt like I probably should make a bit more effort lip-wise. Otherwise you start to look a bit dead, you know? If you don't wear colour on your face. I said this in a vlog. I'm recognizing more and more that it's colour. It like brings life, whether it be in your clothes, in your makeup, as you get a little bit older, and you kind of lose some colour, you do. I mean, you know, I'm pushing 40, I'm not like, you know, 95, but you do lose colour as you age, and injecting that colour back in however you can makes all the difference. It just kind of like brightens everything, you know? I love it. Anyway, super quick get ready with me today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for keeping me company while I got ready to do other things. If you are interested, I do have a gaming channel, and I am going to be on Twitch a lot for the rest of the afternoon, playing different games. Again, not that you would be interested, but here we are. Search Michaela Games and you'll find me. And I think probably the next video you'll see from me here is going to be an empties. I think that's what that's going to be. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next